Okay, so we're actually going to pick up where we left off in this tutorial. Welcome back. I think last time we were together, we were trying to really understand the glass material, realize that we have yet to texture the top part of our glass, actually our Voss bottle. So that's what we're going to do right now. Okay, so I have the top shape selected and zoom out real quick. Frame that, and I'm going to go to Modify Center Pivot so that my manipulator is there. Said there's a lot of history, so I'll simply go to Edit, Delete by Type History, and that allows me to see less history here. Okay, so now we'll right mouse click and hold on this object, assign a new material. We're going to click on Arnold, AI Standard, and we'll rename this to Voss Top. Perfect. Now, I know that this is a plastic shape, so there will be some specular contribution. The diffuse color is gray. Slide this tab down until I get gray value that I want. Okay. And I want it to be, let's change the weight value. And the roughness we'll keep at 0. And we'll go down here to the specularity. And what you see going on right now in the render view is that it's refreshing the entire scene. But I actually really want to focus in on the cap itself. So what I'm going to do is click on View. Actually, I'll click on Render and Crop Region. So now, if I left mouse click and hold and just drag right there, it's only going to refresh in that region. So it actually helps me to spend less time watching it refresh the entire scene. So the specular is going to be white, and I'm going to increase the weight just a little bit, because I don't think that it reflects a whole lot of light, just a little bit. So a value of 0.07 is fine. And then I'm going to increase the roughness. We said earlier that if we bring it down to the left, which is a lower value, it's going to be really, really reflective. And you can actually see the wall being reflected and another light source being reflected off of it. So we don't want it to appear as though it's a mirror. So I'll increase the roughness so that the lightest spot on this particular object is kind of faded, and I'm pretty happy with that. So the diffuse is set to 0.6, the weight. Change the color value to maybe a little bit darker gray. And our specular color is white, weight 0.07, and then our roughness is set to a value of 0.471. And our, I think that's pretty much it. I'm happy with that. Let's see if I go down here to refraction, and I want to change the IOR, the index of refraction, to the exact value of what it should be and for plastic. So I'm going to type IOR of plastic, and it tells me that plastic is at 1.460. So change that to 1.460. I'll increase the weight of our refraction. So 0.4. Let's see what it does. Now, if I increase it anymore, it's going to look like the glass object, the glass material that we have, and that's not what I want. You can see that edge becoming thinner right here. So I'm just going to dial this down. I'm fine with that, 0. Okay, so now we have our Voss bottle. Alright, so we could go back here to the render, and I'll turn off the crop region so it renders everything. We have our crayon, we have our pencil, we have our Voss bottle, and we're going to assign a material in Mudbox to our Voss water bottle. Okay, so let me go ahead and stop this render. Close this. Okay, so I'll select the Voss water bottle and go to Modify, Center Pivot, go to File, Send to Mudbox. Go online and look for a really high quality image of the Voss logo. So I'll type in Voss PNG logo. Click on Images, and there are quite a few of them. I don't think I'm getting any of the results I want down here. Let's look right here. This image is a little bit larger than the others, so I'm going to right mouse click, save image as, and I'm going to save this in my folder, Still Life Desk, Source Images, and I'll call this Voss. Save that. Okay, perfect. And now that we're in Mudbox, I'll click on Keep This Mesh, close that, oops, close it, and we are...
There's football club only today in J113 at lunch. So if you want to go over to J113,
nice announcement from
football club now is
Mrs.
time.
Collins.
Well, pictures are
Okay,
taken for
so we'll wait for that to go by. Alright. Probably a bad time to be doing screen recording during lunchtime. So I'll right mouse click, edit material, and change the specular color to black. Press done, and I'll close this. Now we want to go to our paint options and click on the new layer. We want to rename this to Voss. The image size, we'll keep it at 1000. Our channel is going to be the diffuse. Now press OK. Now click on the front view here. And the paint tool, we'll click on projection. And our stencil, we'll click on that little arrow, add stencil. And I'm going to look for the Voss. So it's Voss PNG .png. I'll press open, and I'll click on this image here. There we go. So on the bottom left it says move stencil is hold S. We want to rotate the stencil and scale it down. So I'm going to hold S. I'm going to hold right mouse click and drag this like so. And now on the right side of the screen I want to go to the transform. I want to rotate this 90 degrees. Oops, that's a translation. So we want to rotate 90 degrees. Let's try negative 90, and there we go. So now scale this down. Oops. Negative 90. Okay. Perfect. Now hold S. That's that. And we'll move it here. Scale it down. And let's go ahead and paint this on here. Okay. Now if I wanted a higher quality image, then I'm just going to turn that off, create another diffuse and change the size to 2K. And there we go. So this is my new image, and you can see that it's not as pixelated. Okay. So what I need to do now is export this particular image back into Maya, but I don't think that this is actually a true PNG image. So I'll go back into here. Alright, so a real PNG image will actually show you this kind of checker pattern here. So see how the background is white? I'll click on this one. So I'll save this image. It's a lower quality image, but we'll see what Mudbox can do for us. So I'll type in Voss underscore, it says Voss, type in the logo, click save, perfect. And now I'm just going to turn off this paint layer. I'll click on that new layer button. We'll name it Voss, not Boss, Voss logo. I'll keep it at 2K. I'll press OK, and I really need to reload that stencil, so I'll click stencil, Voss logo, okay, and there it is. I'll hold S, right mouse click and drag, and it's about that size. So now you can see, as I painted on here, it's not painting the white background. So this works for me. So left mouse click and drag, and I'll press Q to hide that. Alright. Not as sharp of an image I would like. You can do a little bit more research online. And I'm going to right mouse click on this particular layer, export selected, and I want the file type to be PNG. And I'm going to rename this to Voss underscore diffuse. Save. I'll minimize this. And now that I'm back in Maya, look through this particular window, our perspective. And I'm going to scroll through here so I can find my Voss bottle. So we want to assign that particular image to our diffuse channel. So click on that input, go to file, I'll look for the Voss diffuse.png, click open, and I will go back one. Now earlier we changed our diffuse weight to 0, and if I go to Arnold and go to the Arnold view, render view, you'll notice that we can't see anything on the bottle. I'm going to just click on the render button, go to crop region so we can only focus on the Voss water bottle. Alright, perfect. So we can't see the logo on here just yet. And it'd probably be easier on our eyes if I change the color of our floor to be maybe a bit reflective. So I'll select the floor, assign a new material, Arnold AI standard, and I'm going to make the floor a bit reflective, specular, 0.4. Just so that the contrast looks a little bit different. You don't have to necessarily do that. I'm just changing it up, and I could see the glass bottle much more clear. Okay, so click on the bottle. If I click on this image of the bottle in our render view, it actually selects the bottle here. It's pretty cool. In our attribute editor, I click on the Voss bottle, and now I'm going to increase the weight of our Voss bottle, and in due time we should be able to see the image. Alright, so it might not show up on that side. I'm actually going to rotate this so it's facing the camera, and hopefully we'll see it soon, sooner than later. Let's see if I can. I just pressed 6 in my render view, that's why it turned black. So just give it a few seconds. Let's turn it to the other side a little more. And just kind of waiting for that image to pop up. So nothing yet. So the diffuse color is set to a value of 1, which should allow us to see that particular image. Alright, so if I increase the specular, it's not going to do it for us. Rotate this one more time, and hopefully we should see it. I'm going to go ahead and pause the video right now and just repeat the same steps in Mudbox so that our image can show.